making his second appearance in the Premier League. She's a former world finalist. It's hammer time! Andy Hamilton!
Stop. Half time.
Lots of smiles, but a hostile reception for Adrian Lewis due to previous meetings here in Glasgow. Listen, you show the world how much you love the darts tonight. We need 23 more followers, and we will have 60,000 followers. Get involved, join us on Twitter, at Sky Sports Darts, the place to be, all the banter from the nice darts. You can download the Z-Box app for live polls and videos tonight. That's the way to do it. And make sure you check out our website for all the news on darts' biggest movers and shakers. www.skysports.com/darts. Lewis against Andy Hamilton, 8th against 5th in the Premier League table. And remember, Lewis has Barney next week, so it's a must-win game, you would think, for him tonight. Commentator Stuart Pike and Nigel Pearson.
Thanks, Dave. And yes, Adrian Lewis, one of the 4 men of the Premier League right now after salvaging his season over the course of the last 3 weeks. Unbeaten in 3, 2 wins in that draw after 4 straight defeats to get the campaign underway. You would have not have thought that the twice world champion would have to dig himself out of trouble like he has done. Andy Hamilton, a 7-4 win over Whitlock last week. A determined, gritty display from the hammer. Lewis then off and running here, and as Dave Clark so rightly said in the build-up to the game, a must-win match for Adrian Lewis. He's out of the danger zone, but only on legs difference against Gary Anderson, level on 5 apiece. It's all set up nicely to start the night superbly here in Glasgow, Stu.
7,000 sell out. They reckon that they could have sold out twice over. Such was the interest. Lewis and Hamilton, who will be the racing sir here at the SECC tonight. Lewis, well, the only way to silence the Boo Boys is to play his darts and do what he's done over the last 3 weeks. But Hamilton has been consistently good throughout this Premier League. The first one of many maximums in Glasgow tonight.
Yes, Hamilton's display against Whitlock last week was tremendous. It was hard working, not the most spectacular averages of the Premier League so far, 91.3 Andy achieved last week. But whenever Hamilton and Whitlock go head-to-head, you know it's going to be a real gruelling battle. Remember that classic from Blackpool a couple of years ago in the match play. He beat Whitlock 7-4 last week in Cardiff. But here, he has a chance of a quick-fire lead against the throw.
Good start from both players. Lewis will return for a crack at 128, and that would be just a whole throw. That maximum from Andy Hamilton has given him the edge. Treble 20 would leave the bull. Bullseye! Great effort, Adrian Lewis. But in such moments, a match is won and lost, especially at this critical stage of the Premier League for Lewis.
Tops for Hamilton. This time, it's a marker. Big shot. Oh, and a chance for Lewis that he thought he wouldn't get here now.
Can't believe that, Nige. I really cannot believe that. The first dart at double 10. So close. Lewis has got to focus now, got to concentrate. Oh, a long way off. That's awkward. That is very, very... He needs a miracle dart here, Adrian Lewis. You can see. Never looked likely, and he can't afford to let the crowd affect him. He did then.
There's the target for Hamilton. Double 5 now. Nerves in the first leg. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Does anybody want to win this first leg? Big pressure on these guys. Double 8 for Lewis. And the drama goes on. He blocked it again. He blocked it again. Double 1. This time for Hamilton now.
Well, drama in the opening leg of the opening match of what should be a fantastic night. That was too conservative. A bit more aggression. Incredible, incredible. 8 darts! 8 darts Hamilton has missed. Is Lewis going to use that get-out-of-jail-free card? Oh, he's bust! Unbelievable! Between them, they've missed 15 darts!
Well, this is quite extraordinary. It's a true measure of how the pressure can get to players on the Premier League stage. There's the target for Hamilton. That's a decent marker. Can't believe this. Oh, relief for Andy Hamilton, and it's a break-up throw as well. And an ironic smile. 10 missed darts at the double for Hamilton, 7 for Lewis. Quite extraordinary in the first leg. But Hamilton won't worry about that now, because he has that lead.
Well, that really was a dramatic start to the night. 17 darts between them they missed at a double to win that opening leg. Lewis has just got to try and relax. To be fair to him, you mentioned the last 3 weeks. He beat Van Gerwen, he drew with Anderson, that crucial win over Robert Thornton a week ago, and it just sort of clicked for Lewis. Looked a lot more relaxed at the hockey, and he's got to get back to that.
I know he's making an appearance at his beloved Stoke City and in the next few days, Adrian Lewis, and how he'd love to take a victory to the Britannia Stadium for that occasion. It's a battle of the Stokies here. Hamilton with that lead, playing nicely, solid and assured, as he always is, just outside the top 4, behind James Wade on legs difference. And Wadey tonight up against Michael Van Gerwen in the final game of the evening on what promises to be a memorable night here in Glasgow. The crowd lively already, really getting involved.
Well, we talked about the fact that Adrian Lewis's last match on Judgment Night in Brighton next week is against Barneveld, and it's it's the last match of the night, so it could come down to the very last game to decide who's in and who's out. Hamilton hoping here that one dart will go in. 8-8. Well, he thought that was in. Have another look, Andy. 8-8 you need, son.
Well, no pressure on Hamilton as such. Lewis not on a finish. And he's not helping himself here, is he, Adrian? Well, he recovered quite beautifully. That's so typical of the natural talent that he is. And now there is some pressure on Hamilton's shoulders for 8-8 to double his lead. Oh, middle of the bed. That's more like it, with the finishing from Andy Hamilton. 2-0 he leads. And now there's pressure on Lewis to hold his throw.
Pressure describes it beautifully. I watched Adrian Lewis up in the practice room half an hour, 45 minutes ago, and I promise you he wasn't missing. He was playing beautifully, but totally different when you get down on that stage and the crowd start getting involved. And the pressure so far has got to Lewis.
7,000 packed into the SECC here in Glasgow. Really looking forward to seeing Gary Anderson and Robert Thornton in action tonight. Thornton up next against Whitlock. Gary faces Wes Newton. Gary wins that and Wes is relegated out of the tournament. Before Judgment Night, he will play against Andy Hamilton next week, but he could be just throwing for pride if he loses tonight. Slack darts from Adrian. Has to get his game together. Cannot afford to lose this leg.
Hamilton here will know another win, which will be his 5th win of the Premier League, and he really is putting himself in a great position to get in the playoffs. Huge support for Barneveld as well tonight. Of course, the main event, Barneveld against Taylor.
Now, Lewis. Lovely start, treble 19 for double 19. Now, Hammer is going to go for this. Big night here in Glasgow. Thornton and Gary Anderson, the Scottish players, but Barneveld just as popular. What a start from Andy Hamilton. Double 18 for a 1-5-0. This will hurt Lewis. Oh, so near, so near. Has to take this now. Tops for Adrian Lewis. Tops he gets. That was crucial. Absolutely crucial for Adrian Lewis. If it had gone 3-0 down, it would have been difficult to see a way back. And he's playing to the crowd as well.
Well, that would have been a hammer blow from Hamilton, that's for sure. 86. It would have been 2 breaks of throw as well, so Lewis staying very much in this contest. Well, also throwing quicker. I think he looks angry, doesn't he? Look at the face of Adrian Lewis. He really looks fired up.
He's fired up because of his game, but he's fired up because of the crowd as well. You can see that. He's a determined young man here. A determined young man. 16.
It was always going to be difficult for Lewis after he lost his first 4 matches. But he's given himself a chance. Cannot afford to lose here. I think after losing those opening 4 games of the Premier League season, if you'd have said to him it's going to be in your own hands come week 9 in Brighton, he'd have taken that. And if he avoids defeat tonight, he's still very much in play.
Well, Lewis pulled off a magnificent victory over Michael van Gerwen in Nottingham. week 5. 7-4 he beat Van Gerwen.
131.
Was followed up by a 6-all draw against Gary Anderson, and then last week's victory over Robert Thornton. Now a 180 and make it interesting here. Right on cue. You just know there's always something special around the corner where Adrian Lewis is concerned. 211 in the Premier League. Now Hamilton. Oh, he needed the treble 18 there, but now here comes Lewis for 43 to level and break back.
Tops he needs. Come on, he says. Great dart. Well, that's 2 legs. He's well on tops with the first dart. Both of them bang in the middle of the bed. Game on now.
Nothing between them now.
85.
But still scrappy from Adrian. But you're right, Stu, his finishing has improved significantly. That first leg was a comedy of errors at the double from both players.
So much on this game, and you would think that Gary Anderson and Wes Newton will be keeping a very close eye on this.
39.
Simon Whitlock, of course, you know, last year beaten finalist at the O2 against Phil Taylor. Whitlock's in a spot of bother. The 2 Dutch darting dynamos leading the way. Adrian Lewis there.
97.
Leg difference, and you know, it may yet come down to leg difference. It may yet come down to legs well against the throw.
Yeah.
100.
Still only the 1 ton 40 for Adrian. He's hit a 180, but he's not fluent like we know he can be. Andy Hamilton, the ultimate professional, of course, always solid. If he hits a bit of bad form, it's not long before he's back to his best. He really is that type of performer, Andy Hamilton.
Well, his best performance a couple of weeks ago, of course, when he beat Taylor. 102 average, 7-3 win over Taylor, and described by Hamilton as one of the best nights of his darting career. Lovely, lovely darts.
Slight deflection from Hamilton, but good enough. Nice start from Adrian. Gets there! Second 180! Leaves double 19 for Adrian.
Last leg, Hamilton was on 124, Lewis hit a 180. This leg 123. And Lewis here to win 3 legs on the spin, Nigel.
So typical of his Premier League campaign. Has to recover from a poor start, which is what he's done in this match, and that's a superb finish. He wouldn't have done that 3 legs ago. First shot at the double, gets there. He wouldn't have done that. He's done superbly to claw his way back into this position. So typical of his campaign, as we say, poor start, unbeaten in 3 weeks. Now, poor start, 3 straight legs for Adrian Lewis.
And silenced the crowd as well, Adrian Lewis. Won the last 3 legs with the first dart and a double. Tops, and double 19. And there's Kate, Andy Hamilton's wife, looking a little concerned.
I know Adrian likes treble 19 a lot, and the double 19 worked a treat there to finish the leg. But I just would have said that a couple of legs or so ago, he wouldn't have hit that first time. You just feel as though he's approaching something like
100.
the player we know he is. And for the first time in the game, it's down to Andy Hamilton to defend his throw here and level up. It's a nice start, isn't it? Now, can he fill it up?
140.
Well, that's okay, I think. As far as Hamilton is concerned in this leg, just win it. Lost the last 3.
Andy Uruguay 147.
Big favourite to win it from here, at least 6 starts from 147 for the Hammer. Good game, this.
Not the most spectacular, but too close to call.
59.
A 140 for Adrian, and it Makes it a very different leg now. That's a lovely start.
Last two legs at this situation,
100.
he's hit
And
180s.
Uruguay 88.
To stop the rot, the hammer. Switch across to 18s here. Bull to level.
54.
And now this
Adrian
would hurt
Uruguay
Hamilton.
24.
If Adrian can check out a 1-2-4. Oh, the wrong treble.
That was unlucky. Well thrown dart from Lewis. So,
And Uruguay 34.
double 17. Or is he going to split? He's got the choice. No, the split is the choice, is the decision. The split decision for Hamilton. And now Lewis can land the knockout blow on the hammer.
Well, double 16 was the one he likes, and Adrian Lewis is there to capitalise and break the throw. 4-2 he leads. He was 2-0 down, remember. And if he can hold his throw here, Adrian Lewis will be in a great position. And what a boost it would be for him to make it 4 unbeaten. AD Lewis.
4 shots at a double, 4 hits to win the last 4 legs.
16.
Well, some people may question Hamilton's choice not to go straight for the double. I think he made the right decision. His finishing in the main on 16 and 8 has been pretty good. Well, good to see you, Brissy. Four consecutive legs
140.
for Adrian Lewis.
Whitlock and Thornton standing by. Then it's Taylor against Barney. Anderson and Newton and Van Gerwen and Wade. Great lineup tonight here. In fact, great lineup every week in the Premier League, isn't it? And with this new format as well, where there's 10 players this year with 2 dipping out at the end of week 9. There's something riding on every single game. No such thing as a dead rubber, is there, in this format?
100.
Yeah, good last start. Fair play to Adrian Lewis. We said right at the start, if he can silence the crowd, he can get into this match, and that's exactly what he's done. He's, in effect, let his darts do the talking. 4-2 up after he was 2 down.
Oh, deflection with the last dart.
158.
Still makes it interesting. Lovely start. Another one of those that do nicely for Adrian. Switch across to 18s here now. So the hammer is going to go for this. Has to. Starting with treble 20. What a start. Bullseye now for the hammer. Getting closer, but ultimately a great chance for Adrian Lewis now. 20 for tops for a 5-2 lead. Tops he needs. Pressure on. Oh, mile away.
And Uruguay 25.
That could be vital. Double 8 for Hamilton to break back. Lovely dart. That's exactly what he does. Adrian Lewis, much to think about. 2 darts at tops for 5-2. And now Hamilton throwing to give us a level game.
Well, that could prove costly for Adrian, because it's brought Andy back into the game, and what a wonderful finish it was from Andy Hamilton.
100.
At 5-2, it was tough to see a way back for the hammer. Right now, it's game very much on.
60.
Only 60 for Adrian as well. Are we heading for a draw?
Yes.
140.
A good 1-4. Big difference in the scoring. 6 140s for Hamilton, only 1 for Lewis.
139.
scoring better from Hamilton, but Lewis's finishing has been better until that last leg. This weekend, the European Darts Trophy taking place in Stuttgart.
97.
£20,000 for the winner. Interesting that Lewis, Taylor, Barneveld and Anderson have decided not to play. The other 6 in the Premier League are going to Germany tomorrow, and it starts tomorrow.
Now, treble 18 for Bull. Bullseye for Andy Hamilton. This would be... Well, well.
170.
Well, I think he went for another treble 18 and bust his score. He's bust 164. Yeah, I think that could be a miscount there from Andy Hamilton.
yeah, that's what I'm presuming.
Oh! Bullseye's a punish!
145.
Well, Lewis did go for the ball.
164.
And this is still a tall order for Andy. Well, still an opportunity now for Adrian Lewis to step forward and break the throw.
25.
9 for double 8. For a 5-3 lead. This is a big shot now. Oh, he's got it in there somehow. And that will be frustrating for Andy Hamilton. There's the finish. It's a break of throw in Adrian Lewis's favour. And now, if he holds his throw in this leg, as he has started off quite beautifully, then he will not lose this match. Guaranteed at least a draw. So this is a big leg for Adrian, but Andy's responding in some style here.
121.
Well, the mistake that Hamilton made is that he was gambling on the fact that Lewis... Well, let's just see if Lewis can get another maximum. But Lewis was on 170, and Andy Hamilton was looking to a single 18 to leave double 16. He was gambling on Lewis not getting the 170 finish, but he hit the treble, bust 164.
Playing beautifully here, playing beautifully. This is a good leg of darts. Previous visits,
100.
Adrian has hit the treble 20 with his first 2 darts, and then it's almost as though he knows he's done his job, and the third dart has been a little bit lazy. But full credit to Lewis for fighting his way back into this game. And I repeat, if he wins this leg, he will not lose the match. Well, he wanted a treble 20 there, wasn't able to get it, and now a chance for Hamilton. What an opportunity this is now, Stu.
And after the mistake in the last leg, needs to rectify it here. Beautiful dart, tops for Hamilton. Brilliant response. Well, after the trials and tribulations of busting a 164, the perfect response. Put it to the back of his mind. 12 dart leg, finishing with 100. Great stuff.
That's what Andy Hamilton is all about. Taking his opportunity.
58.
Averages are nothing to write home about. Late 80s for Adrian, 86.5 for Andy. What is going through Adrian's mind now? He knows that he should be guaranteed at least a point. But Andy Hamilton is fighting away in such typical style. Such a strong, determined character. Never gives up.
81.
Frustrating last dart for the Hammer. Down to the real business end of this match now. Vital Premier League points on the line. Hamilton chasing a top 4 spot. Lewis looking to survive after Judgment Night in Brighton next week.
Well, the crowd behind the Hammer. But a chance here for Lewis to steal the darts in this leg. Oh, another one of those. Well, 140. will do. He's got the advantage. One more leg, and you know, a point wouldn't be disastrous for Lewis. 2 would give him a fabulous chance of being here beyond Judgment Night in Brighton next Thursday.
It's been a slack leg from Andy. He struggled for any type of form in this leg. And you could say it's typical of the way the game has gone. And there you go now, Adrian just looking to set himself up for a finish and has still left himself with a lot of work to do.
Brilliant, Hamilton. A poor leg, as you mentioned. What a response again. Hamilton with the celebration. Needs the treble 18. Bullseye for Lewis. Oh, what a dance. Absolutely fantastic. And even the Boo Boys are cheering here in Glasgow. Lewis has a point. What a shot! He was 2-0 down. He's throwing for the win.
Lewis lets his darts do the talking, and he will not lose this match. He's got a point on the board, and how he would love to finish the job and get 2 league points on the board, which would go a long, long way to survival in the Premier League.
A Lewis win. Not good news for Gary Anderson or Wes Newton,
who meet.
Yeah, who play a little bit later on. Or for Simon Whitlock, who's all of a sudden under enormous pressure. But Adrian Lewis has responded brilliantly here, have to say.
100.
Really has battled well here after losing the first 2 legs, switching down the board, and he is a man looking in complete control of his own destiny here now. And as you said, Stu, not good news for Gary Anderson, who's on 5 league points, Wes Newton on 3. This would put Adrian on 7 if he was to win this match. He's on 6 as it is, level with Simon Whitlock, who plays next against Robert Thornton. But all of a sudden, we can now say Adrian Lewis, 4 straight defeats followed by 4 unbeaten. 3 wins. Well, if he wins this, it'll be 3 wins and a draw. As it stands, 2 wins and 2 draws.
Hamilton will always battle right to the bitter end. Treble 19 will give him a great chance.
42.
1-2-4 on the bull to secure a priceless point. Can he win it in style? A 1-3-8.
Double 9 for the match.
129.
Hamilton has to get this to save the match now. Huge pressure. Well, he's blown the first dart, so he's got to go treble 17, and he can't get there. And now, Adrian Lewis, 2-0 down, lost his first 4 Premier League games. This for the match. Double 4 for Lewis. Double 2, massive shot now! Adrian Lewis silences the Boo Boys. 4 unbeaten, in with a great chance of survival now. That's why he's twice world champion. Adrian Lewis beats Andy Hamilton 7 legs to 4. And coming next, Robert Thornton and Simon Whitlock.